The watch I have in front of me today is a reference 6536-1 from 1955. It has a serial number of 112,000, so it was one of the earliest examples of this model ever produced. What stands out for me about this watch is both the rarity and the condition. So the both together provide a winning combination. In terms of rarity, this timepiece features a red depth, which means the 100-330 is rendered in red script. During this time, Rolex had experimented with different dial combinations. They had the gilt text, they had 4-liners and 2-liners. This particular combination comes only from 1955, the year the reference was launched. It followed the reference 6536 and the double reference 6536-8. So because this is such an early example, they had borrowed the dial combination from its predecessor. This dial only comes for 1 year, and after that Rolex had changed to gilt variations, making this example very rare. So apart from this red detail, which makes the timepiece rare, you also have the condition of the watch itself. When collectors or scholars look at a watch, there are lots of details that make us smile and become excited because it really provides the originality of the timepiece. So when you look at this watch, not only does it have the original bevels, you see details from this time period, such as the no-hash bezel. You have the bracelet itself, it's riveted, oyster, stamped for 1955. And if you flip the case back, even the inside is stamped for 1955. So all of these details come together, and it enables us to view what the watch was like when it originally left the Rolex factory. You have other details of condition, such as the dial itself. Usually lacquer dials become very matted and you can't see the graphics anymore. Here, all the graphics are intact. They gilt, they shine beautifully, the red text is vibrant, it pops. The lume itself is orange. It has aged beautifully with the hands and they match, which is a pleasure to see. You have the gilt hands itself and the lollipop centers. And even the marker at 6 o'clock is brighter because when you were diving, divers wanted to orient themselves and know where 6 o'clock was. So for me, these are wonderful details that you don't usually see when you see a watch from the age. And it makes it incredibly collectible, in my point of view. And you really see the DNA of the Submariner we know today. When we go to the Rolex shop, you can see, okay, it has the diving bezel, it has the luminous markers, the oyster bracelet, and we take these elements for granted. But when you look at the watch and how it was originally designed in the 1950s, you see the continuity of the design language, and it makes you appreciate the timepiece even more.